All right. I'm pretty sure you two have never met, right?
Don't think so.
No, but I listen to every week's episode, and I also have a perfect cataloged memory, so I remember every word.
That Rose is Rose has only been on once, I think.
Yeah, I've
Yes.
only been on once. I don't remember it at all.
I
So
think it was a year ago with Katie,
Well,
who I
again,
tried.
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, this is quite a bit of fate all throughout there. So the first time I was ever on the podcast was episode 66. Then I was on again for episode 70. Rose, any guess at what number podcast you were on?
I 68 maybe 71. I feel like it's got to be close.
74. We're
Oh,
counting by fours, and then I was on again 78. So yep,
and what episode is this
really,
now?
This is 120.
All right,
it's
so
been a
kind of
while.
breaking the pattern, but just a
Well,
little
I
bit.
don't know. You only need like a fifth degree polynomial to fit all this together, so you can figure it out.
All right,
Yeah,
we'll
five
go
isn't
to the
even
thing.
that much.
This is the Experience Podcast with me and someone else.
And Nathaniel.
And Rose.
Okay. This is as I talked about, it's our experimental podcast because these two people have never met. Like I said, they know a couple people who know each other, right? But
Who else do we
um,
know that
well,
we
me,
both know? No, who else?
Austin,
Yep.
technically,
I don't know who that is.
Austin Berquist.
Oh, yeah,
Clearly
yeah, you know
not
who
close.
Austin is. No, oh,
I didn't know, no, like you know each other. I wouldn't say any of you are close with him, but or either of you
yeah,
are
yeah.
close with him, but
I mean,
it's
that's
a
good enough.
mutual connection. That's probably it.
That's
What
fair.
about what's his name? Is it like James Anderson?
I don't know that person.
Okay, well,
I
yeah,
don't know that person either. You're 0 for
it's just me
2.
then. Yeah, it's just me.
Not a
This
good
whole
guess.
podcast is just listing people we think we know.
Yeah.
Uh, okay, well, yeah, Rose, I texted Katie. She no, yeah, maybe you could
Huh.
yell at her. I've been getting ghosted by a lot of people. So
Well, I tried to hang out with Katie and we like finally made plans and then like 3 days later, her boyfriend got COVID and she had to go isolate. So our plans were canceled. But I tried. So maybe someone else out there will have better luck.
sounds like a fake COVID case, if you ask me.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Do you think people are using that as an excuse?
Oh
This is
yeah.
our journey.
Huh? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Nathaniel, you cut out there.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, yeah, that's probably a thing that's happening. So, who broke up the band? Because, yeah, last time you were on the podcast, weren't you roommates with Katie?
Yeah, so I would say she broke it up by studying
Ooh.
abroad in Spain, but you know,
Yeah,
maybe
Nathaniel, we
that's
weren't gonna
maybe
bring
that's
that
just
up,
me.
but
Yeah, it's kind of touchy subject, kind of rude
Oh
to
shit!
say
Wow.
anything.
All right.
No, I'm kidding.
Never
I'm
mind.
kidding. No
Rose
bad
is
vibes there.
yeah,
No
that's
bad
Rose
vibes
is
there.
very tough, and basically 99% of her life, except for when with Katie, that's where the
That's
wheels
my
come
soft
off.
spot. So
Yeah,
sorry, I just really hit my mic really badly. It's gonna come
it's fine.
across really well in the podcast.
Oh, we've already got plenty of problems. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, well, so yeah, yeah, Katie. I mean, yeah, like you said, you still try to talk to her, but you know, she's got so
Yeah.
much going on in her life.
It's the whole global pandemic, really keeping people apart.
Yeah, Nathaniel.
My turn? Okay, I have some
Yeah, go
questions
ahead.
from the first time you were on the podcast.
I was gonna say, yeah, you did a lot of homework on Rose, so I
You
assume you
did?
had a lot to talk
No,
about.
no. Whoa. Why would I need to do prep
Full
work
stalking with Rose
when I
about
just
Rose.
no. I just remember everything that's ever been said.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So my first question is, did you eat lunch?
Today?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had some broccoli cheddar soup. Very good.
Last time you were on the podcast, you hadn't eaten lunch yet, and said you're getting a little fatigued.
That's a
So
bummer. It's a bummer.
yeah.
What a
Yep, I had
Have you-
lunch. I had dinner also.
Oh, I have not had dinner. So truly trading spaces.
Yeah.
Now I'm hungry.
I have a question.
have you
Who's
changed-
on your mug?
Oh,
What is the face?
this is actually me.
Oh, yeah.
My friends
Nice.
got it for me as a gag gift. Here's the whole story. So freshman year, we were doing stupid shit, right? Actually, let's go back even more. So freshman year, on my hall, there was a room at the very end, and my friends Alex and Jake lived there, and they were roommates, and that was like where everybody on the hall hung out in their room. And Jake is from Kentucky, and they have this special, I guess nothing's really that special about it, but it's just a ginger ale brand called a Late One. And so his parents had visited and brought him like a whole case of these ginger ale bottles, and we were all drinking some because we liked it. And you know the thing where like you like put quarters on your elbow and you
Yeah.
like catch them real quick? So I am pretty good at that. And so we were bored and doing stupid shit, and I was stacking as many bottle caps as I could on my elbow and trying to catch them. And I could do 6, no problem. But once I got to the 7th one, I would catch the first 6, and the last one would slip out and knock it away. And I couldn't get 7. So I asked my friend Alex to film me doing it from the side in slow motion so that I could see what I was doing wrong. And literally the first try of him recording, I caught all 7. And I just looked over at the camera and gave like a little smirk, right? And so that was like a fun video to have. Years
Yeah.
later, I don't remember what was going on. Dark time in my life, but it was like 3 a.m. and we were plastered. And somehow that story got brought up, and Alex finds the video and he pauses and he zooms in as much as he can on my face. And everyone in the apartment is dying. It was the funniest thing we'd ever seen for some. So yeah, then to commemorate that, they decided to put it on a mug.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
And now I use it every day. Truly one of my better gifts,
Yeah.
received.
Nice.
Okay.
Little,
Oh, we talked about food. Have you changed your opinion on gluing puzzles?
What was my opinion before? I'm guessing it has
Well-
stayed the same.
Whoa, wait. Why would I tell you when you could just tell me your opinion on
Okay,
gluing
that's true.
puzzles?
That's
and
true.
then-
That's true. If I'm remembering the situation correctly, I think that my opinion back then was that it's a bad idea. I don't know. I just don't think it. Here's where I'm standing right now. Is that you're gonna put all that effort into gluing a puzzle together, but that's not the point of the puzzle. The point of the puzzle is to be taken apart and reassembled. So gluing it once you're done defeats the whole purpose.
this is gonna look really bad if you said the opposite.
Did I say the opposite?
No. You
Okay,
said
good.
literally like maybe verbatim actually. Kind of scary.
Ooh,
We'll replay we'll clip in what Rose said.
yeah.
in the last-
What I didn't
On
tell
top
you is
of
that
it.
I watched that podcast episode too. Yeah, I memorized it. 'Cause I knew I
Okay.
would get questions.
Other opinion thing, although I just threw this in there because I wanted to have some bullet points, but I don't think there's much to talk about. Have you changed your opinion on cargo shorts?
Did I say they were bad? Because I still think they're bad.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we're all on the same page. Daniel, do you ever wear cargo shorts?
I do not wear cargo shorts. This comes up on the podcast a lot because I think it's one of the questions.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah, that
cargo.
is how it got brought up.
I have cargo pants for work, but it's not really an optional thing. Like
Yeah.
it's a uniform. I can't just be like,
uniform.
well. So, but
Did
I
you
didn't
ever
buy-
wear cargo shorts? This is more. This
Oh.
is like a guy to guy thing now, because like there was
Yeah,
definitely
well,
a time period in
turn
high
away.
school where like I didn't know that you weren't supposed to do that. I still don't really know why you're not supposed to do that,
I
but
think
I just
there was a
think they look
time.
dorky.
I think there's a time in the late 2000s where it was kind of okay, or at least people looked the other way.
Yeah.
Um, and then it got really bad in the last several years. But I certainly have had cargo shorts.
It's
I
tough
don't
out
remember the
there
last
for the
time.
cargo short lovers of the world.
Here's my one catch. I think that cargo shorts practically kind of work out pretty well for concerts. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
They're good for
Sometimes
events.
you
If
want,
you're
yeah,
going
yeah.
somewhere, even like shopping, there's
Well, I'm
use.
not trying to like steal shit and like stuff it
No,
in my
I
cargo
don't mean
shorts.
They're
that.
good for shoplifting.
I guess they're good for shoplifting. Yeah, I don't know what I meant by shopping.
Oh, and you can like line the like outer fabric of the pockets with like the shit that doesn't let the like sorry, I don't know science. Electromagnetic waves go through that like catch if you're stealing some shit. But the RFIDs, you know what I'm fucking talking about, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That'd be
We need
next
some
level, right?
engineers in this chat. Yeah, that would be next level for sure.
So, okay, I'm glad we revisited this actually. Cargo shorts, good for events, great for shoplifting.
They
Nothing else.
have a purpose, they have utility, but they're just not a good look. I hate to say it, but
Okay, well, now here's a question. Are 11-inch or 8-inch shorts?
11
Talking about?
inches seems really long.
I think I was shopping for
11
shorts.
inches like to knees, like
That's
like
like right at it's like mid knee. I think 10
See,
inches like at the knee.
are you guys on board with like the
oh
5.5 inch inseam shorts? Is that like a topic of conversation on this podcast?
Here's the funny thing. I think I asked a friend, I don't remember who it was. I was like shopping for shorts. I was like, "Oh, which one should I get?" And they were like, "What? They're all shorts." I'm like, "This
No, that's
matters. Like,
wrong.
there's a huge
That is,
difference."
there's a huge
There's
difference.
also it also
11
depends on
inches
your
is
height
too long.
too. But it depends on your
Yeah,
height
okay,
too,
that is
right?
fair. That's fair. If you're
Like
really
12
I
inches
think
on
I meant to
me.
say 10 then, because I'm thinking like top of the knee. Are we doing that or the thing where it's like, you know, there's some space above the knee, like you're getting a little
Well,
leg there.
Nathaniel, and also
definitely more space above the knee is better.
Nathaniel, like a 10-inch on you is definitely different than a 10-inch on someone with more height.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
Like I know someone who's got like 2 inches of leg on me. So like just shorts, like if I wear a 10-inch, it looks like an 8-inch on him.
Hmm.
And vice versa. So like I'll wear like 8-inch shorts that look fine on me, and then when he puts it on, it looks like that 5.5 inch.
Maybe, oh, wait, this is now making a lot more sense. I don't know why I was so oblivious to this originally, but like, I don't know. I can never really find shorts that are like at the exact length that I want, and I think it's because they probably don't commonly make that, and like my height is
You would
determining.
probably, what are you
You know what
looking
I
for?
mean?
Pull
I
up
don't
your
know.
leg. Okay, pull,
Yes,
No.
we need to see it.
I mean, what are you looking
Although
for?
my thighs are looking jacked. I did legs today.
Wow.
Okay, Rose, go ahead. What's the ideal short length?
Well, I think that your point about depending on your height, that's a good point. I hadn't considered that before, but there is very much a trend right now among people appreciating a good pair of 5.5 inch inseam shorts.
Particularly in the South, though. It's definitely a
Yeah,
Southern
I would.
thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a southern thing.
I'll wear
5.5 inch.
like 8-inch shorts here, and I look like a weirdo. People will like look at me. So
Like those
it's
couple
definitely
inches above the knee. It's a little
actually
scandalous.
though, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the
I got
only
some.
time like my leg coverings would be that high is if I wore like a rompin or something.
I don't think I've ever seen you in anything that high.
Yeah, that's
Not
exactly
that
what I'm
I'm
saying.
like keeping track of it, but
But you're not keeping track.
I'm not.
Yeah. It would leave an impression for sure.
Yeah, I think Nathaniel, you usually go with like a 10 is my guess.
Yeah, that sounds right. It's just my comfort zone, you know.
Okay, so Rose, you're not a fan of the 5.5
Oh no, I
or the
am.
4. Oh, you are.
4 might be a little short. 5.5 is like it's a
3.
happy medium. 3, no way. That's like how short my shorts are.
Just
If your
Two.
shorts are shorter than mine, then that's a bit too. It's kind of close. But the weird thing is, like, for when I buy clothes, they don't like write that information. You know, they like even for like
Women's shorts,
pants.
yeah.
Yeah, the sizing for women's clothing. Maybe you guys don't care about this issue, but I am very passionate about it.
Oh, I
And
am too.
thank you. Women's sizing is messed up. Literally, like the jeans I buy come in short, regular, and long. That tells you nothing.
Yeah, and like
It's,
zero is like, okay, why are there numbers and not measurement? Guys' clothes don't really do that. It's all like the numbers mean something.
yeah.
Zero, what the fuck is a zero? I still don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Well, so they do correspond to like waist sizes, but like,
You
so
have
there are
no waist.
some, yeah, I have
It's
no
a
zero
zero.
waist. Yeah,
I don't know why
I
they don't
wish.
just use the men's style where you give them the inches, give
I
them the
don't know.
length.
I think it's like a vanity thing. Like no one wants to be
Oh,
like,
Yeah.
"Oh my
of
God,
course. No,
my
obviously.
29-inch waist, that's horrible." That's
No,
not horrible,
obviously.
by the way.
It's
For any
all
women
for
out there.
it's all for looks, but it doesn't help you shop.
No, it doesn't. And also, my like, size 6 shorts from one store fit completely differently than the size 6 from the other store. Like they're supposed to correspond to a size, but they don't. It
This
is
is how trust
truly
issues
unfair.
happen.
Exactly. Exactly. They started also, like, if you've heard of vanity sizing, they'd put smaller numbers on bigger clothes, like on purpose to make you feel good when you're shopping. Because if you're like, oh, I wear a size 10, that's horrible. But that's just the number they put on the clothes. It doesn't mean anything.
Hmm.
So
Well, it
it
also
makes you, the shopper, feel a lot better if you're like, wow, I'm only a size 4. That's so small. That's so,
it also
it's all a
changes
mind
with
game.
it also changes with the style or like the culture, right? Like,
Hmm.
okay, just thinking about men's, like again, I can't speak on Rose will talk after this, but like you can't like the typical relax or the what am I thinking about? Like this the style of clothing, it used to be like skinny, slim, regular, whatever, husky,
Yeah.
whatever. They've gotten rid of that and they've shifted everything up. So now it's like very skinny, skinny, slim, and then regular. Like they've shifted everything up
Yeah.
a style or a tightness.
That's interesting.
Isn't
So
that
they've
weird?
done
Because
that for like men's clothing, you're saying?
Yeah, like I've seen that in a few stores that like I'll go to get something and like, oh, they've added another one. They've moved one to the front and there's no longer the super relaxed fit.
Wow. I never knew that.
America's so fat, though.
But they
Like,
want to be slim. That's the point, Nathaniel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You are going to be more
oh,
happy
oh,
buying
I
these
see.
clothing, this
Yeah,
clothes, if
Yes.
you
Okay.
think that
people that were
you're
getting
buying these skinny clothes.
the super generous fit are now getting the regular fit, even
Okay.
though it's the
I
same
now
thing.
I said okay.
They've
Yeah.
shifted the
On the same
names.
page.
And yeah, Rose, you could speak for women, but that's what I've seen in the men's section.
Yeah, yeah, for women, I think it's about the same. Like, there's not usually words that describe it, but it is like the same thing with the numbers. It's like the size 6, from 15 years ago is way smaller than the size 6 now. So, crazy.
Okay, so it's not my fight at all because it doesn't impact me. But
Go ahead and mansplain, Nathaniel.
there is one women's clothing issue that I feel very passionately about.
Okay.
Do you want to guess what it is? Because I feel like it's a common thing, or I can just tell you. I don't know. Some people like to guess stuff. I think it's
If you
fun.
think it's a
But
common thing, then I have to guess pockets. Is that
yes,
your thing? Yes,
in
that is
dresses specifically. Like, yeah, I think it's just a crime. Like,
to
yeah,
have them or
dresses
not
with
have them.
pockets need to be more accessible.
Oh, wow. Good gosh, you're really appealing to all the women who are listening to this podcast.
No,
That
but
is,
it's true, right?
oh, yeah, it's great. It's great.
Like, I can't imagine having to walk around with like a clutch everywhere just because like I want to look nice. Like that's bullshit.
Yeah, it's interesting because like the idea behind getting rid of pockets in clothing is that the like shape of the items in your pocket is like less flattering than the shape of like the clothes on your body. And so that's
Mhm.
why like, like jeans for women have like really bad pockets because, it's more flattering if you're wearing these like really tight jeans to not have things in your pockets. And so like so then the pockets just get smaller and smaller, and like in a dress, I don't understand why they wouldn't put pockets though, because that's not like something that's tight usually. Like the kind of dresses that have pockets are usually really loose, so it doesn't matter. But I don't know.
All right,
I
Nathaniel.
must say, I feel like the pocket thing is kind of overblown sometimes. Maybe that's a hot take, but I just don't really have that many items to carry. But maybe that's a product of me never having pockets. It all goes back.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Now, I don't want to go down to like too much of like a rabbit hole. I don't know. Like, I think it almost gets into, oh my God, did you guys just get a thing? Oh no, this is on my computer only. I just got like a pop-up for the flash flood warning on my laptop.
Yeah, I got that on my phone too, and my phone
I'm
was like really buzzing, which doesn't
Yeah,
usually
I
happen
saw it
when
on
I'm
my
using
phone as well, but I didn't think it was going to get on my laptop. That scared
I
me,
wouldn't get
honestly.
it, but
It was like a spoopy Halloween pop-up.
yeah.
All right, wait, what was I even talking about? Oh, yeah, yeah. Not to get, this is not a good rabbit hole to go down, but I think it's a little bit like, I don't know, the patriarchy, whatever the fuck that means, like, oh, like, you know, women can't have items if they can't put them places and like take them with them, or like you need a male with you to like hold your shit or something like that.
I was
I
gonna
just
say,
think it's weird.
isn't that the historical reason why they don't have pockets? Is because it required them to have a man to hold their items for them?
And okay, it's
I
fucking
don't know.
2020. If that's the case, then like get that shit out of here. Let's get some dresses with pockets. This is stupid.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't think it's more of like the men need to hold the items, but I do think it is like it's more appealing for men to look at, your
oh yeah.
your butt with no phone in your pocket or something. No.
Nathaniel, do you like seeing the phone in the pocket?
I don't give a fuck, dude.
That's fair. That's
But
fair.
Rose, do you change when you wear something with no pockets? Okay, do you change? So you're saying you don't bring things because maybe you don't have pockets and you're not thinking about it. But if you're going to an event or whatever, you're going
Yeah.
somewhere
Yeah.
and you're that you would normally go to with pockets. I don't know how to
Mhm.
ask this. Are you bringing the same things that you would if you weren't wearing pockets? Like, could you think
So
of a
so so
situation?
here's the thing. Like I would say absolute essentials of what I need to go anywhere is like phone, wallet, keys. And
Uh,
in my day-to-day life, I will always need that. If I'm going to an event, I will need that. And so I'm not gonna not bring those things because they are essentials. But like maybe there are other things that I would in my day-to-day life carry around, but now I'm just like if I streamline it to just phone, wallet, keys, that's like I don't have to remember anything else. So I think it's like I don't consciously say like, "Oh, I can't bring my keys because they won't fit in my pocket," but I do like I don't have 50 things to carry around. So I don't
I
know.
guess
I
that's
don't know
true.
how deep this goes, this conspiracy, but
I'm trying to, yeah, remember times like a yeah, I don't remember. No, sorry. Rose, sorry, I haven't
yeah.
been paying enough attention to when you didn't have pockets to think about what you were bringing.
Yeah. I mean, I just, you don't really need that much stuff these days. What do I need to bring with me? There's not much.
It used to be less. Like
Yeah.
when you didn't have to bring a phone. Like in
A
the
wallet,
70s, it was
because
like wallet keys. Like, what else
you
can I need?
you didn't even need a wallet. A man was paying for your stuff.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
yes. Yeah, let's
And you
go
didn't
back to
even
those
need keys
days.
because you didn't
Yeah,
own the house
you
and
didn't own the
someone had to let
house.
you in.
You know
I was
land.
not given keys.
You were
Yeah,
truly untethered to the material world.
you had nothing. Well,
It's
that's
true.
why they didn't need pockets.
Yeah, no pockets
There you
required.
go. All right, I
We've
have a
cracked the
controversial
code.
question. This may get me canceled, okay? So buckle up. What are, I guess both of you, what are your opinions of pockets that exceed the length of shorts?
You go first.
um, okay, just gonna throw this out there. In my personal experience, I haven't really seen them like this. I guess it was COVID this summer, so I don't know, and that's like a summer thing. So yeah, I didn't really see them much this summer, and I feel like that was like a thing for a short period of time that kind of died out because it looks kind of silly. I think where it originally comes from, right, is like turning actual genes into genes, which
Yeah.
if that is a thing, if that's how it happened, then it's like, okay, like you wanted to reuse an old pair of jeans that, you didn't want to be jeans anymore. Fuck it. That makes sense. Sounds cool. But if they're manufactured out of the place like that, I mean, that's weird. You could just not do that. So anyway,
Yeah.
that's my
So
vote.
so I wanted you to go first because I have like owned shorts like that, but I don't think they look the best. Like I don't think they look bad or good. I just prefer like when they don't do that. But it was definitely very much a trend to have them like, manufactured to have the fake pockets sticking out.
Wait, they were
So I
fake
can't.
too?
Well, no, 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 sorry. But they were
Oh,
not like your
That
genuine
that
cut off shorts that you made yourself. The
yeah,
real
yeah.
pockets, the real
they were
pockets.
fake pockets.
That
Now
would be
that would be
hilarious.
That's
controversial.
bad.
I've seen some where the pockets are like embroidered, and so you can't put things in them because they are, like
Yes,
sewn
yes.
together. Yeah, but that's like a fashion choice, so I don't know.
Are
Yeah,
we are we done? Are we done with pocket talk? Do we want to?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We can go back to the things I remember off the top of my head. Okay,
yeah,
they're both school related. I'm gonna assume you haven't dropped out and moved to California yet, based on all the looks of things. Is that true?
not yet. This is a Georgia Tech dorm room if I've ever seen one.
I agree. And then related to that, are you still a math major?
I am. It's horrible still. I'm sure I complained about
Oh,
that then. I just withdrew from a class, so that was fun.
coded extension. Nice.
Yeah, you know, yeah.
Okay, so here's some backstory there, but I'll start it with a question. Have you ever had a class with
With what?
the really mean lady?
Yeah, which mean lady?
I don't know her name. I can see her face. She's incredibly smart, unbelievably smart, and she was so mean to me. I was trying so hard in FOMP, and I couldn't handle it anymore and dropped and ended up switching major, which was a good thing. But at the time, it was very demoralizing. But like you would know if you did. Like one time, I ran into someone in a different class who was in that class with me that also withdrew, and we were trying to talk about like I don't know, we were talking about that, and this person's words, not mine, but he said, "Oh, it was with that evil woman," and I was like, "Okay, well, we're talking about the same person." I'm like, I don't know if I would say that because again, he's very smart and all this stuff, right? But it's just like
Hmm.
with FOMP. It's truly a bridge class to true mathematics because even through like
Yes.
DiffyQ, you're still just kind of learning calculus, right? How to
Yeah.
be like a really intuitive computer. Um,
Hmm.
but like when it's like my third week of writing proofs ever in my whole life, and you're getting mad at me because I accidentally threw in an extra step to clarify that I didn't need to,
Oh.
then you're like, how could you possibly do this? I'm like, I don't know. Like I thought you were supposed to. It was brutal. So anyway, great job dodging that and not changing majors.
Well, I'm kind of curious now who this professor is.
Um, we can talk about it after. I'm not trying to get Tanya in
Yeah.
trouble, but
We'll
I
we'll do some
genuinely don't remember her
research.
name. But I can find her like pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Again, because like this is something that I think people should do more. I look into all the research that like my professors have done and like what they're I don't know just
Interesting.
like all about. And I mean, she is on a ton of like really big committees for like the specific field that she does. And well, at least she was in like whenever I took the class.
Yeah.
I'm sure she still is. But anyway, like super well accomplished individual and also almost made me cry and I changed majors. But at one point I was a math major. So
Wow.
there you go. Have you taken analysis?
That's the class I just dropped.
Who'd you take it with?
Yeah. Um, Wing Lee.
Okay, I don't know who that is. Uh, I
Yeah.
took I took like gold something, gold Goldstein, like Daniel.
Oh
It's like a
yeah.
different metal. That guy's awesome. He saved the day for
Oh,
me.
is he?
I don't think I would have gotten through analysis if I had like any other. He's a great
I've
guy.
heard good things about him. I've never had him, but I've heard good things.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
so I took abstract algebra last spring, and that class is like kind of similar to analysis. Like it's very
yeah.
proof-based, very, abstract, obviously. And the professor I had who taught that class was awesome. He was great. And in my like trying to learn analysis this semester and clearly not doing very well, I was looking up, some other like Georgia Tech classes, Georgia Tech analysis classes, and my really cool professor from the spring literally wrote a textbook on real analysis. So I'm hoping that maybe he'll teach it in the spring, and I can go, you know, get my.
Oh, like he just wrote it.
Well, I don't know about just wrote it, but
Oh, okay.
he like wrote a textbook that he teaches from. And I'm like, hey, I will take the guy that literally wrote the book. That sounds good to me.
I will say though, like I'm sure the book's good, but I just have to say, there's like a little yellow real analysis textbook that has like a 45-degree angle line and then like three things and they're different colors and you
That
know
I
what I'm
think
talking
that
about, right?
is the one
Everybody
I'm
knows.
using.
Wait, is that the one the guy wrote?
No, no, no. That's not the
Oh,
one the guy
okay.
wrote, but that's the textbook that we used in this class. Introduction to
Yeah, yeah.
Analysis.
Oh, for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
okay. I think all things like it's just difficult class, obviously, but I have to say,
hmm
I think that textbook's actually really good.
That's so
Like,
interesting that you say that because I think it's horrible. And maybe
what?
maybe we're talking about different textbooks, but this textbook was written in 1965 and I just like it's very like I don't know. Can I send a screenshot of this in the chat? Is that a Blue Jeans feature?
Yeah, you can use chat. You should also be able to share your screen, but
Yeah, I'll do that. Here.
let me
It's
know if you don't have permission. I may
I
have
feel like
to.
you know the one.
Is
It's
it
like
this
the one.
textbook?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, we
I
use
didn't know it
this
was that
in.
old.
Yeah, so for any podcast listeners out there, Introduction to Analysis by Maxwell Rosenlicht. I'm not a fan of this textbook, I'll be
It looks
honest.
old, Nathaniel. It looks pretty old.
It
Hey,
was
really?
published in 1965.
I thought they were maybe just going for like, like
A
a
retro?
practical old school
Throwback
mathematics
vibes.
kind of look. Yeah. Um, Interesting. Well, how about this? If the new professor's textbook is good, I think that will be a nice supplement then, especially on like as a second review, right? So I'm just saying
Yeah.
keep that bookmarked. Like I think it's pretty
Oh yeah.
valuable.
Well, hopefully it goes better for me the second time around. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, I yeah, it's just a tough class. I pulled out a
Yeah.
B. I think I got like a 46 or worse. I literally got the worst grade on the first exam in the whole class. But I just gotta. Oh, okay, kind of similar to how like in calculus one people struggle with like limits and stuff, and then once
Mhm.
you actually get to differential calculus, it like kind of makes more sense. For
Yeah.
me, once we got out of like all the limit proofing and all that stuff, and actually got to the like the calculus proofing and the theorems and stuff, like yeah, it just felt way more intuitive.
Interesting. So that is what we just finished is like the limit stuff. Like the test that I just took was on limits. And so,
Yeah.
hey, maybe it gets easier, but I did not get to that easy point. Yeah, I
I
got a
mean,
19 out of 50 on my most recent midterm, and so I was like, yeah, this isn't going as
yeah,
well as
that
I need
sounds
it to.
exactly like what I did. And again, only because of Goldstein was I able to like pull that out. Like, yeah. I also had no time left. It was either like, look, I try to pull my grade up in that class right then, or like I just never take analysis in my whole life. And I
Yeah.
wanted to take analysis, so
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's definitely not the kind of math major that I am. I really respect those people who are like really good at writing proofs and everything. That's not me. I will be working, data job somewhere, and hopefully that will go a lot easier for me.
How far into like stats have you taken?
So my concentration is in probability and statistics, and right
Oh,
now I'm taking just like a statistics class called it's 4221. I forget the name of the actual class, but it's I forget. But yeah, I just in the spring I took statistical theory, and now I'm taking this class. So
I always think it's cool when things kind of like converge because, yeah, so I was economics and I got my master's in it. And I mean, for the most part, it was okay. The econometrics track at Tech is like pretty solid, which is all that
hmm
stuff like, statistics, ARIMA modeling, forecasting, blah, blah, blah.
yeah,
So,
stochastic processes one. Thank you,
yeah,
Daniel.
yeah.
Didn't not
Um,
interrupt.
so, yeah, I don't know. That's just kind of cool because I kind of view it as like kind of two sides of the same coin a little
Definitely,
bit.
definitely.
You'll learn a lot more about like why this stuff works. Like the second you ask me, you nudge like too hard, like past like the kind of surface level, like, oh, like why are statistics the way they are? I have no clue. And you'll know that. But in terms of like doing stuff with it, it's like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been enjoying it. I'm much more of like an applied kind of math person, and so like me having to take analysis and having to take these really theoretical classes is definitely like it's a time, that's for sure. But
Well,
Yeah, that's all I got. That was everything
the
from the
background
first
research
podcast.
has been completed.
No research, all just totally from the depths of my mind.
well, you listened back. I mean, that's.
More than I did. Well, so Daniel didn't even tell me like who I would be speaking with. So I guess he told you my name, but
Yeah, well, Nathaniel was the one who asked to be on with a random person. Rose was more of
oh,
a,
interesting.
Rose was more of a, how do I say that? Candidate?
Yeah, sure.
Like it meant more to him to know who it was than for Rose. I mean,
Gotcha.
I could have told you his name,
Whoa,
but
I
with
never
like,
asked. I never asked.
yeah, Rose did ask, so I guess. I mean, I don't know how much it would have been to you if I said, "Oh, it's Nathaniel." You'd be like,
Well,
"Okay."
clearly I would have gone back and listened to all of his
Oh,
episodes
this episode's
because
been on like
could have
eight.
helped
That's
me.
like
Yeah, it's a
Do
lot
you,
that's
of
a
a
full
lot of
do you
day.
like
content to get
football?
through.
Because, I mean, if not, it would have been purgatory.
Yeah, I mean, it's mostly just sports stuff. So,
Yeah, not sure how much I have to say on that. Another disappointing Georgia Tech football showing, unfortunately.
Wait, what happened last week?
this
Notre,
week,
no, Clemson?
no,
Was that
today.
the last game?
Clemson
Oh,
was
the,
last week, and then
today?
today we played Boston College, and
Lost to BC?
like badly.
That's kind of weird.
Final
Things
score
are all over.
27-48, Boston College. Truly unfortunate. Interestingly,
I'm-
that was one of the other schools I considered besides Georgia Tech. Yeah.
No way. Why do we have so much in common? Okay, wait. Tell me your story first, because I've been talking.
Well,
I feel
that's basically the whole story. I applied there and got in, and they wanted me to pay $75,000 a year to go there, and can't swing that. So,
yeah. That is absolutely where I wanted to go because they had like a really good,
Catholic
I
program.
think economics dual degree program. Well,
yeah, I
I don't
actually,
know.
so I went to like a accepted student stay there,
Yeah.
and I like went. One of the info sessions I went to was from an economics professor talking with the economics program, and it blew my mind. It was so cool.
But the money thing obviously was the same, and especially like, are you in state perchance?
No, I'm out of state. I'm from
Oh,
Pennsylvania,
okay.
so Georgia Tech is it's still expensive, but it's a little bit
Yeah,
better.
yeah. I mean, well, being in, I'm in state, so it's just like when Georgia Tech's staring you down, it's
Hmm.
okay.
It's hard to
At
pass
the
up.
time, yeah, at the time it actually felt constricting because it was like I literally have to go here, and it doesn't make sense to go
Right,
anywhere
right.
unless like something crazy happened. But I was finalist for the presidential scholarship, BC,
Oh, cool.
and then I
Nice.
didn't get it. It was heartbreaking.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, well, now I don't get to go there, so that's all there is to it.
Yeah, made the decision for you.
Are you from the west or east?
So I'm
Or I guess in the
from
middle.
No, I'm from the east. So I actually grew up in Pittsburgh, which is more west, and then I we moved when I was in like middle school to a suburb of Philadelphia, but like really far outside. Like I say I'm from Philadelphia here because, no one would know the city that I'm from, but yeah, I'm really close to like Maryland and Delaware in like geographically. So,
Gotcha. Hmm. I feel like I know the name of a town up there because of someone I know who's from that area. But I know Pittsburgh decently well because, yeah, we have family up there. Where my mom's
hmm Yeah, same thing there. I was from a suburb of Pittsburgh, but I was like 6, so I just say I'm from Pittsburgh. That's all I remember.
Yeah, I mean, I moved from Buffalo when I was 4, and I'm from Buffalo. No one can take that away from me. Bills fan, ride or
True.
die. So, because you can't change where you're born. You know what I mean? I think
Yeah,
that matters.
no,
You can always move, but you were born in one spot.
You can doctor your
that's
birth
true.
certificate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's interesting is that we moved when I was in middle school because my dad's job, and they gave him two options of where to live. They said we can either move you to this place in Pennsylvania or we can move you to Georgia. And the one thing they said to try to sell him on Georgia is like they have this really amazing scholarship for in-state students at the Georgia schools. And he was like, my kids probably won't go to, Georgia or Georgia Tech. And now he's kicking himself a little bit.
Crazy.
Yeah, funny how it works.
I wonder if that's more coincidence or irony. I guess that would just be coincidence. But like, you see what I'm saying? Like, almost
Yeah,
did that some way vaguely like impact anything? I don't know.
yeah. I don't know if well, I definitely went to a much better high school in Pennsylvania than I would have in Georgia. So that you never know what could happen.
Okay.
Maybe. I'm just saying. I think the high schools around here are pretty good. I like. I have. I honestly have more pride and association with my high school than Georgia Tech.
Really, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
It's because of what I was saying before, where being an in-state student, you kind of feel like funneled to Georgia Tech,
Hmm.
and there's not like as many options because there aren't as many good options because Georgia Tech is such a good
Right,
option.
right.
But again, it's supposed to be like a fun, exciting time where you choose all this stuff. So
You were also
the,
there for a while though, so it's not like
where for a while.
Georgia Tech.
I mean,
It's not like you slipped in and out pretty quickly. You were there, you went as a student, you did 2 degrees, you worked there full time.
okay, I worked there full time for like 2 months after I
Still,
graduated.
still.
Actually. So I don't know if that's extending it that much. Also, I did do my master's in 1 year
Huh?
straight up. So
You
I
did
said I
what?
did my master's in 1 year.
Oh yeah, but
So
still, you still
you
though.
can't do it much faster. And I was never going to graduate faster than 4 years because I mean, I don't know what your guys' opinions are on that, but whenever someone's like, "Oh, I just want to leave," like I'm going to graduate in 3.5, I'm like, "How do you want to leave? I mean, this is so
I
chill.
feel
Like
the
you just
same exact way. Yeah.
take some classes, like it's cool."
Yeah, I don't know why you would want to start real life.
No. Sounds
Just
horrible.
yeah. Rose, stay there for another 5 years.
Sounds like a plan. Yeah. Don't think my parents would like that too much, but I wouldn't
Well,
complain.
I have a friend who did like 5 or 6 co-op terms so that she could
Oh,
just like stay in the university sphere for like really long.
that is interesting. Well, I know a lot of my friends have been talking about getting, spring co-ops or internships, just to get out of here during coronavirus. Because, like, people are like, oh, I don't want this season to be my last, my last football season. Or, like, I don't want that to be my last spring semester where I can't even, like, do anything fun. So I kind of get that, but, you know, I'm here.
Is this your last semester?
No, I'm a third
Oh
year,
no, because
so
you said you withdrew a class. Yeah, good call.
yeah. Yeah, no, but when I came to school, I could have like, busted my ass and graduated in less than 4 years. But when I was a freshman, that was like my biggest concern. I was like, I just love Georgia Tech so much. I'm not gonna want to leave in 3 years. That would be horrible. And I was very stressed about something that was very far away. So
Well, aren't we all?
yeah,
You guys want to wrap it up here, or does Rose have another rant?
I can't think of anything.
Okay. You guys want to say anything else before we cut it?
So, is there something I should say? I'm not a regular podcast guest.